Sometimes the best decision to do when faced with adversity is nothing. Allow me to explain. I'm going to tell you about a time when an ER doc thought it was okay to disrespect me. So, one day, it was really busy in the ED, and I remember I was new, and, it was just one of those days where, you go to the ED and either, it's on and popping or there's nothing really going on. And typically there's usually a bunch of stuff going on when you're coming to, come on to night shift especially. So I noticed there was a lot going on and you could just feel the stress in the air and just, everyone was just kind of running around. And I remember I got there, getting there and trying to help out with where I can. And one of the ER docs there, they weren't being too nice. Mainly because, I don't know, some people are that's just how they are. Maybe that's just how they are in general, or maybe that's just their stress response. Who knows? I have no idea. Anyways, they weren't in a good mood. They typically aren't in a good mood, and they thought it was okay to take it out on me. See, I was just going about my business like I normally do. Come to work, do the best job that I can. But there was a lot to do. He wanted to make some complaints that, I forgot what he was complaining about because I just ignore the shit. Probably something about me like moving slow or that I wasn't moving as efficient or that I forgot to do something. I don't remember. Anyways, he was just badgering. I remember he was badgering me about stuff. See, I just don't. I remember he was just badgering me about stuff and just, being disrespectful, being condescending. He was definitely being condescending towards me, and I really can't stand that stuff. And just being all around sarcastic. And I've had enough sarcasm because I served a good amount of time in the military, and especially in the Marine Corps, there's a lot of sarcasm, and I didn't really like it that much. So, the initial response is, if he keeps talking to me like that, I'm going to go say something. And I was looking at my charge and my other friend. I was like, what is his problem? And then my charge was telling me, like, it was just a really rough day. I heard it was a really rough day for him earlier, and it was just, he was having a hard time and stuff like that. And me, the way that I look at it is like, okay, everybody is working here. Everybody is having a rough day. Just because you're having a rough day doesn't mean that you need to take it out on others. Just because you don't understand how to handle your emotions and control your emotions as a grown man doesn't mean that you need to take it out on others. What's that gonna solve? We all work together. It solves nothing doing that kind of stuff. That's not very adult-like. That's not very grown man-like. If you have a problem with someone, just go up and just tell them, We don't need to go about all this little go-around stuff. See, when I was in the Marine Corps, I'm going to tell you another story real quick. Just a quick one. See, in the Marine Corps, when you ran your mouth, we would just get in fights. That's just how it was. See, I used to be real small, and people used to, want to try to mess with me and test me. I call that the universe testing you, though. So when I was there, I learned how to, stand my ground, hold my ground, because, I came there to the Marine Corps real skinny and small, and then I ended up getting bigger because I ended up working out hard because I wanted to grow up and develop and, become a man, and I wanted to become stronger. I wanted that main character energy. That's what I wanted. Because, people used to think that they could just mess with me all the time. Anyways, I was on a training mission in Yuma, Arizona. And I remember I was new there, I forgot. I think I might have been like 20 or something like that. No. I was like 19. And, I didn't know any of the guys there, whoever I was working with. And I remember one guy, we just didn't get along. I don't know what it was. I think it's just people like to mess with me, especially back then, because I wasn't as big then. And, but I was getting bigger, right? But some people, they just like to talk. And so, eventually you just got to stop talking. And it's just like, hey, lunch break, let's go. So, we would get in trouble a lot of times for fighting, but what we wouldn't get in trouble for was grappling. So like Greco-Roman and that kind of stuff. And we would just, all right, first one to tap. There ain't no time limit, nothing like that. It's just first one to tap. All right, lunch break. Meet me in the middle. Met in the middle. They did our thing. Shook hands after. Went about our business. Never had an altercation after that. Shook on it. Man stuff, just like that's how we would just handle stuff. That's what we did. And that's what I was used to, So, anyways, in the civilian world, it's not entirely like that, okay? You can't just go around and do stuff like that. You will lose your job. Or worse, if you have a license or whatever, maybe you'll lose that too. I don't know. But anyways, there's a lot on the line, right? So you got to go about handling the situation differently. And how do you do that? I'm going to tell you. See, everything is about the number one best teacher in life is adversity, along with right next to pain. But the number one for me has been adversity, because when you're faced with adversity, it teaches you a lot about yourself. It teaches you a lot about others. It teaches you a lot about what you're capable of and just how well you're able to make a decision even though someone is treating you in an extremely negative way and just taking things out on you. So I was used to a lot of different things through adversity, from growing up in childhood, when you're like, dad's essentially a big bully and bullies people. And then, growing up around just with the kind of neighborhood I grew up in, a lot of bullies, a lot of people I had to face, just not the best environment. And then going off into the Marine Corps and then having to deal with people even in just the Marine Corps. Like you have to learn how to deal with these people, because you got to work together. It's critical to the mission or whatever. It's just, you got to learn how to deal with these people, even if you don't want to be around them. Otherwise, you could end up with a negative outcome. And when you're faced with a lot of adversity and a lot of different types of adversity, you just end up getting really good with handling situations, especially under pressure. Now, mind you, there's a bunch of stuff happening in the ED as, this person is badgering me and then just laughing about stuff and being hella sarcastic. I just didn't feed into it. You know what I did? I did nothing. What's the worst thing that's gonna happen? You're gonna keep talking? You're gonna keep telling me stuff about how you feel like I'm performing? How you feel like how I'm doing my job? I know I'm doing my job well, okay? I know because of the feedback that I receive, and I know because I'm the one doing it. You might not be able to see what I'm doing. You have no idea how I'm handling this stuff. See, people, they're going to act like they know you, especially when things just aren't going their way and you got to deal with somebody who they can't control their emotions and they just want to take things out on you because they just feel like, because you are a little bit more quiet and reserved when you're at work, because that's just how I am when I'm at work, that they feel like they can just test you. They feel like they can just pick up the stick, poke the bear a few times, and just see if they get a reaction out of you. But you know what upsets them the most? When you have no reaction to their little games. Let them play whatever games that they want to play. I'm not here to play any game. I'm here to do the best job that I can, to the best of my ability, and, handle my business. Like, I don't come here to, make friends or whatever else. Like, is it a byproduct? Do I end up making friends? Yes, of course. I've made some very great friends and people that I'm going to know for the rest of my life. And we've gotten that close. But, that's when I go somewhere and I'm working, I'm here to work. This is what I'm here for. It's just, that's how I view things. That's what I do. That's how I've been able to perform my whole life. Because I go and I perform, regardless of whatever obstacles or whatever ignorant ass people are going to be in the way, and however they want to treat you or whatever. I don't care. I'm here for a specific reason, and I know what that reason is, and it's clear to me, and you can't take that away from me. So talk whatever stuff that you want to talk. Go ahead and do all the bitching that you want to do. I don't care. I didn't say nothing. Straight face, stoic, just no emotion. Is that the best you got? Are you gonna come over here? You gonna punch me in the face? You gonna put me in a chokehold? You can have the first hit. I mean, are you gonna do that? No. Then okay, then nothing is threatening. It's just there's sometimes where it's just not worth it. And y'all need to understand that. See, some of y'all just be like costing yourself jobs, costing yourself opportunities because you let someone else get to you. They can't control their emotions and they start treating you a certain way. And then you start getting riled up and then you can't control your own emotions because you don't know how to handle adversity because you just haven't been in those situations. And you can't even make a good decision because your judgment is clouded by your emotions. Imagine if you understood more clearly on how to regulate your emotions. I'm not saying don't feel. I'm not saying don't be numb. Yes, acknowledge those emotions. Feel those emotions. And guess what? Even though you feel those emotions, you still do it. You still make the best decision that you can in that, situation. And sometimes when you're faced with certain violent situations or situations that can cost you something that you don't want to give up, sometimes the best thing to do is to just walk away from it and just do nothing. Ignore it. It's not physically hurt. It's all right. What it's going to do is it's going to harden your mind. That's what you need to do. See, a lot of y'all just have weak mentalities, weak mindsets, and you can tell that because you end up letting your emotions eat you up. This is a grown man letting his emotions eat him up. I felt bad for him. I'm like, bro, you ain't young anymore. Bro, you up there and you pushing 60 something. I mean, that's young in certain terms, but you know what I mean? Bro, people are supposed to look up to you. And that's how you want to act? I felt bad for him. Anyways, I got through that shift. I pushed through, faced that adversity, handled my business, and I went home. And then I came back to work the next day. And you want to know what the best part was? Man, y'all ain't gonna believe this. I went home. I came back to work the next day. They were at work again. And I'm like, oh shit. Whatever. I guess we're just not talking because I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do. Whatever the orders are that I have to follow, I'll follow the orders. But other than that, I'm gonna be about my business. I'm not making any small talk, none of that other stuff. So he walks over to me. He says, hey Fox, my bad, there's a plane flying over. Give me a sec. He walks over to me. Says, hey Fox, can I talk to you for a second? I'm like, all right. I walk over there, and the first thing he says to me is, hey, I just want to apologize for how I was acting yesterday. There was a lot going on, and the way I was treating you, the way that I was talking to you, that's not right. Because we work together and we're supposed to be a team and we're supposed to have this camaraderie and we're supposed to be, helping people out and doing the thing. And I just wanted to apologize for how I was acting. That's not right. Bro, that was the first time in my life where an adult of that age apologized to me. See, because I chose to do nothing and I chose the best outcome, the best decision for the best outcome, because I did that, because I passed the universe's test, the best outcome presented itself. There was no violence needed, and at the same time, they apologized to me. They didn't have to do that. He could have just let his ego eat him up and just let him just, do that. And just, just be that way. He could have just let his ego just take him over and just never change. Not gonna lie to you, I respected him after that, because not only was that just the first time that an adult man of that age has apologized to me for something that they did that was wrong. That's how things should be handled. See, you don't always have to handle things with violence. I've lived that life. Been angry a lot. But when I found out that you can get better outcomes without violence, bro, why not choose that? Why not do what we can to make ourselves better? I want you to be better. I want him to be better. When you have problems with people, we should be talking it out. And if we can't see eye to eye, sure, we can grapple it out, whatever. But we should be able to talk about things. We're both grown adults here. Like, why are we even getting in this? Like, I'm gonna let you know right now, I am not gonna get into an argument with a grown ass man. That is something I will not do. I will not do that. That's what separates me from a lot of other guys or whatever else. Because, just because someone wants to run their mouth doesn't mean that you need to run yours too. Just let them. See, I learned a lot when I learned a lot of things in the Marine Corps. And while I was in, one of the things that I learned a lot was I would go to some Buddhist temples, and I learned a lot about what the middle way was and choosing the middle way. When I started to learn more stuff about, the middle way, and, I'm a big believer in a lot of different philosophy and, like Bruce Lee and, just a lot of people, and like Alan Watts and all that stuff. I'm a big believer in that stuff, but it really helped me out. It really helped me just calm the violence down that, because when you're born into like a lot of chaos and violence, because that's how I grew up. That's what I was born into. It's all that I knew. When you want to be like a good person and then you're just surrounded by that kind of stuff, it eats at you. But when I found out that there was another way when faced with adversity like that, that's just what I chose. And, I do that because I genuinely do want to make the world like a better place. And, you might not be able to change like the whole world or whatever, but you can at least change certain people's opinions on certain things, or you can at least show them a better way. Me right now, I was able to show this grown man that there was a better way to handle this stuff. Because what did he look like? He was just going off at me at work. I just wasn't saying nothing. I was just like straight face, stoic, no emotion, whatever. Like, all right, what's the next order? We got another order? Or are you just going to keep talking? Like, are we doing anything else? No? All right, then I'm gonna go do something else. Let people run their mouth and look like an idiot. Who cares? Bro, they don't know your life. They are not, they don't pay your bills. They don't go to your family reunions or whatever. I don't know. It's just, bro, just leave it alone. Ignore it. It's not worth it. Go do something else. Use that energy for something else. Go to the gym. Make yourself better. Anyways, I've got a lot of stories about adversity that I'll talk about later on, but I just wanted to share this one because this is something real that happens to a lot of people when they're at work. You know, how do you handle immature, just people who don't know how to control their emotions or regulate their emotions? Well, you'll learn as you face adversity. As the universe tests you, you will learn. And, you know, try different, make different decisions, you know, try different ones, and just try to figure out what's the best way, you know. For me, the best way was to just do nothing, eat it up, whatever. I don't care, whatever you have to say, it doesn't affect me. I'm doing good in life right now. I have a great life. Right now, I make the most money that I've ever made. I'm not going to jeopardize it because some grown-ass man wants to argue with me. I don't care. I am setting myself up in position because I have things I'm working towards. I have things that I want to accomplish. I have things that I want to do. And because I know that, and because I stay true to it, because I have integrity like that, I'm just built different now. That's how I'm able to get through it. You can do the same thing. People get lost in their feelings and emotions, and they forget why they are doing it for. Never forget why you are doing it for and what you are doing it for. Anyways, thanks for tuning in, y'all. I appreciate you for clicking on this video, spending some time with me here on the balcony. I hope this video leads you to other videos and other channels that I hope influence you for the better and make your life better. If you liked everything I was talking about and you want to hear more, you know, I hope you show up for the next one. Like, subscribe, whatever it is, you know. I don't like to force nobody to do anything, but if you like me talking, come through again, all right? Y'all have a good day. I need to go get some sleep because I got to go right back to work tonight because I have a purpose and I'm working towards something and I am going to achieve it. And you will too, as long as you keep working on what you're supposed to do